Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Earrings Off. We want to invite you to subscribe, rate, and leave us a review. You can find us on Facebook at Earrings Off Podcast and on Instagram at The Earrings Off Podcast.
Welcome to Earrings Off. I'm Lou.
And I'm Teresa. Let's get started.
Okay, Teresa, you have been going on and on about this book.
Yes, I have, Lou. It's amazing. It's a life-changing book. I'm sure there are people out there already living and eating in the way that this guy describes. Dr. Michael Greger is his name.
Okay, spell that last name.
Greger. Greger.
Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the name of the book?
How Not to Die.
How Not to Die.
What do you think of?
You know, that makes me think about, I've read this book about 3 times, and actually I'm rereading it now, and it's called How Long Do You Choose to Live? Remember we talked about
that book. Yes.
That's
You're
like
reading
one
that
of my
again?
favorites.
Book is,
I've read it about 3 times.
That
because
book is...
I keep trying to get it. I keep hoping something will click where I'll actually do what the book is telling me. But
well, that's what I do. That's what I do, because I always, whenever I read a book a second time or a third time, I always pick up something new to add.
Yeah. So what's got you so hyped about this book?
The reason I'm so hyped is because Dr. Greger is somewhat of a comedian.
Okay.
And he makes it so light and easy for any layperson to understand. Plus, the ideas that he presents in his book aren't just his own.
Okay.
He ingests all the research that's out there, all the research and all the what are they called, trials,
mm-hmm.
and the studies and those things, and that's what he brings to the table. So it's not just his opinion. That's why I like him so much. And
it's written in a way that it's not intimidating.
It is. It's absolutely not like your book.
Okay.
How do you choose to live? That's scary.
Yeah, that's a lot. And I'm gonna tell you, I have, when I started yoga, I bought this book that everybody raved about. Well, when I say everybody, it was all of the new yogis I was meeting, and it's called Anatomy of Yoga. That is the most difficult
1,000 pages
to read. It's like, really?
Isn't it 1,000 pages?
Yeah, it's a lot. It is heavy stuff. And I'm thinking, what the heck were they drinking when they're reading this? But okay. All right. So tell us about this book, Teresa. Give us some nuggets. What do you like about it? What are you learning?
So when I say basic, here's
mm-hmm.
one of the concepts that he talks about when it comes to choosing what to eat.
Okay.
Green, imagine a stoplight. Okay. You got green, you got yellow, and you got red. So he says green light foods are those unprocessed plant foods, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that should make up the bulk of your diet. Those green light foods should be the bulk of your diet. The yellow, of course, means caution. Yeah. So processed plant foods.
I know where this is going. It is not going well for me. But go on. I'm waiting for the red. I'm pretty sure that's all the stuff I like. But go on. I don't like this already. On that book.
You know what? That was funny. That landed. That was a funny joke. I like that, Lou. The caution is processed plant foods and unprocessed animal foods. So eat those with a little bit of caution, and that would be the second most part of your diet. But red light, you should stop and think before putting it in your mouth at all, right?
Okay.
So those are ultra processed plant foods, like my Impossible Burger that I have come to love. Yes, that's ultra processed.
Well, but you know,
Absolutely.
Teresa, I heard that those were bad for you. I mean, I even got that memo.
Yes, they are ultra processed plant foods because you've taken.
And I just want to say on the record, because I read they were not good for you, that's why I have not been eating them. Okay, it's not because I don't care about my health, but I'm gonna tell you, for Lou, if it's not good for me and I don't really like the taste, that's a no. I'm just
the
saying.
thing about the Impossible Burger is actually very delicious. It's really very good, but it is an ultra processed plant food. And you stop and you think about and then the processed animal foods, your sandwich meats, your hot dogs, those things. So you really should stop and think before putting them in. You see how simple that is, don't you think?
Yeah,
that's simple.
That's good.
The other simple thing that I like about it is that, you know, a lot of books tell you it's bad for you, but they don't tell you how to do it. They don't give you a how to, right?
Right.
So this book is broken down into two parts. The first part identifies all of your health systems that make up your body, your heart, your cardiovascular system, your endocrine system, all those systems. And it talks about how they can go wrong and ultimately end your life, right? Cardiovascular disease and all these things, right? So
I just want to say, you can't see Teresa, but Teresa is growing increasingly animated, folks, as she talks about this. And of course, I'm doing what I usually do when she starts talking and gets animated about such matters. I'm going, really? Okay, already did. Okay. I sort of tune out. I start hearing,
know what?
Blah, 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 blah. But go on, Teresa.
You know, this is very reminiscent of the mornings when we talk and you haven't had your coffee. So tell me, Lou, what's going on with you today?
Well,
what's going on
with me is that, you know, you just started talking about this book and already the stuff that I like is in the red category. I just don't feel like this is going to be a good day for me. But go on, okay? It's not about me. It's about the audience. Get the information. I told you we're like Felix and Oscar. You can take your guess who Oscar is, but go on, Teresa. She's just getting all excited, folks. You should see her. Go on, Teresa. Blah, 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 blah.
You are killing me today. Okay, so your heart, your lungs, your digestive system. Yeah, you're right. You know, just infection. So he talks about those things and how they can kill us. So the second part is about food and how really, and you know, this is something that I've shared before, Lou. There's no system that we should eat for. We should just eat healthy. Right? Remember, we shared that in the workshop that we did. You just should eat a healthy diet. And, you know, I often have people say, you know, I'm having high blood pressure. What should I eat? No, you should eat a healthy diet, period. And all that stuff works itself out. Yeah. So this other simple thing that he laid out for me. I had lost words now. You had me all laughing. I was all put together before that. But anyway,
okay.
there's a list that he calls the Daily Dozen. Oh, I know what I was going to say. The process by which you should follow. He lays out one where most books don't do that. They just tell you what not. They just say you're going to die if you do this, whatever. So they don't tell you what you should do.
I'm just going to ask, because it might save me from reading the whole book. Is there a section in there that says I can have ice cream at any point? I mean, if it just says I can have one serving is it in there anywhere that's permissible?
It is permissible.
I'm ready now. I'm ready. Go on. I'm all into it now.
It is permissible. It is permissible, and I'll tell you how.
Okay.
So as I was saying, and I will please hold me to that. Don't let me forget to talk about your ice cream, because I know that's your favorite.
Absolutely.
So now that I have her attention, the daily dozen. And what the daily dozen is, there are 12 things that you should include in your day, must include in your day. And all else is gravy, right? And so there are 3 servings of beans, 1 serving of berries, 3 servings of other fruit, 1 serving of cruciferous vegetables, 2 greens, 2 other vegetables, flax seeds, nuts, spices, all those are 1, whole foods 3, whole grains 3, beverages 5, and that's 8 ounces of water or some other beverage. He doesn't hold you to just drinking water. Liquids is what he says. And exercise. And with the exercise, the catch is 90 minutes of moderate or 40 minutes of vigorous. Yeah.
A day?
Yeah.
Teresa, ain't nobody got time
every
for
day.
that. Teresa, really?
Now,
ain't nobody got time for that. Now, I mean, really, Teresa, come on. Really, 90 minutes a day. Who has that kind of time? I mean, now, of course,
see, you already
have that kind of
thinking about it. You do.
But I'm talking about, I'm looking out for the listeners. Of course, I have that kind of time because I'm a slug in my life. I'm not talking about me. I'm talking about people who are busy and have responsibilities and things. Really, that's not attainable.
So then they do. So 90 minutes of moderate or 40 minutes of vigorous. Then they do 40 minutes of vigorous. Pop in a Zumba tape.
Now, when you say though every day, do you mean like 7 days a week or 5 days a work week?
7.
Wow.
7 days a week. 7 days a week. How do you choose to live?
Well, I choose to live with having some free time for me to watch some reality TV, but that's just me. I'm probably in the minority. I choose to live, in a way where I can just sort of zone out sometimes, watch the NBA, catch the NFL. I mean, how am I supposed to get all that in and watch sports too? I mean, really. Okay, go on. I'm just saying.
Yeah, Lou.
Not about me. Really.
So, Lou.
I'm writing him a letter, but go on.
All of these, most of the daily dozen, you can get in a salad, right?
Yeah.
And that's one meal. And everything else you eat, you don't want to cancel out completely. You want to think about the green, yellow, and red.
Yeah.
But you can add other things, but these are the must-haves that you should include in your diet on a daily. Now, let's talk about your ice cream. So,
I'm so ticked off about the 90 minutes. I don't even want the ice cream. I'm ticked off now, but go on. I will not be appeased with ice cream after you told me I got to work out for 90 minutes. That's ridiculous, but go on.
So the ice cream can't be of the milk variety. You can take some berries or bananas and you can freeze
well, then
them.
That's not really ice cream, is it?
It is.
No,
it is ice
it
cream.
really is not. No, it's not. That's actually,
it really is.
There's a word for that, and they call that a smoothie.
No. So, Lou, I'm going to have you over to the house, and I'm going to make you some ice cream. You will love it. I promise you. Okay, you won't even know you're not eating a milk-based product.
Well, okay. My husband has tried that for 15 years. That doesn't work because I know it's not ice cream. But okay, that's a smoothie.
Well, okay, then
Teresa.
I won't tell you. I'll make it.
Okay,
I'll make it, and then
go
I'll
on
give it
and
to
tell
you,
me what Dr.
Like
Greger had to say. Anyway, go on.
Poor Nasheed.
That's ridiculous.
Okay.
So I work out for 90 minutes and I get a smoothie. I already know that's not happening, but go on.
Lou, you killing me. Okay, so that's the gist of it, because when you think about it, Lou, there's a big connection between food, and disease.
Yes.
And then he tells a lot of anecdotal stories that I really get a kick out of. And one of them was, well, this isn't even anecdotal. It was an actual study where they let a group of people come to the point of starvation. They didn't eat or drink anything for almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And when the first thing they gave them was just tomato juice made from a whole tomato, fresh squeezed whole tomato, and one group, and the other group they gave carrot juice, the orange variety of carrot juice. And the group that got the tomato juice, immediately their vitals changed. They were actually they were brought back to life, basically. They were refreshed and all of that.
Right.
And then the other group that was given the carrot juice, no changes. They were still in starvation mode.
What?
So then he talked about the fact that the carrot isn't something that God made. The orange carrot isn't something that God made. It was made in the 1600s. It's a GMO product that was created in the 1600s.
The carrot?
For some key. The orange carrot.
Right.
Orange.
Well, that's the only color
I'm not talking about
I'm
not talking about the purple and the purple and the white and the yellow carrots. Yeah. So carrots, and so in the United States, our carrot, that's what they grow for us, are the orange carrots.
Right.
And they don't. So there are some farmers, you can get them at Trader Joe's. You can get the purple and the yellow variety of carrot. But they come in a really small 5-pound bag. So you only get about 4 or 5 carrots, right? Really.
That would last
but they're
me a
not
month,
readily
but go
available.
on.
A month? Oh my God.
Yeah. I only take like one little bite every other day. So that will actually work for me, but go on.
You know what? We need to take this show on the road. You are killing it today. That was funny.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
That was funny. But that was a really good, interesting story. I had to go ahead and Google that.
What?
And it's true.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah. So the carrot, not saying that the carrot is bad for us, because he did say that the beta carotene in the carrot is really good for our eyesight, but that's as good as a carrot as you can get out of that orange carrot. There's something I don't want to go so deep in talking about the pH level, the acidity of the orange carrot versus the other carrots and all that. But there's a lot of that too. Read the book. You'll get the full story, or you can just Google it, because I did find this information on the internet. I got curious and had to go Google it.
Wow.
Another story he told about, and this is based on research too.
Okay.
This is it. I'm not going to go into it. People have, I don't want to ruin the book because I know people, including you, are going to get the book. So I don't want to ruin it.
Now you're the comedian, but go on. Yeah, right.
Centenarians. So people who have lived to be 100
years.
Right?
Yeah, but they don't eat ice cream. So really, what kind of life is that? But
they
go on.
do. Absolutely. They do.
Okay.
Centenarians, so there are groups of them spread throughout the world, right? Mm-hmm. And they do eat various diets.
Yeah.
Not all of them are on a plant-based diet. Many of them do eat meat, but ultimately what they die from are diseases that are introduced based on their diet.
Yeah,
a disease.
I've heard that.
And so what is implied in that study is that really, if we get this diet thing right, we could literally live longer than that.
Yeah.
Think about it, because most of us die from heart disease. That's the number one killer. And heart disease is definitely controlled by, they say, I can't speak to it because I've not cured myself of heart disease because I haven't had it, but they say if you change your diet based on what you're currently eating, you can actually cure yourself of that. You can prevent or heal yourself of heart disease by changing your diet to a plant-based diet. Yeah. But yeah. So that's why I'm excited about this book. And I actually picked it up from the library. I didn't buy a hard copy of the book. I just picked it up from the library this week, but I'm listening to it, and I have been listening to each chapter probably 5 or 6 times.
Wow.
Because it's so good. It is so good, Lou. I have the same kind of feeling for this book as you do about the How Not to Die one, honestly.
Okay.
It's a good story. It's a good book.
Okay. All right. Good stuff. And so, Teresa, what's the name of the book again? The full name.
How Not to Die.
You heard it from Teresa. Please either check it out from the library or think about reading How Not to Die, because it really does sound like good information. That's what we do here at Earrings Off. Be healthy and take good care.